Hey everybody, hope you're having a good weekend. I wanted to give you a little introduction to what we've got going on. First of all, we got the results of the poll back that was done on GroupMe, and we will be having the after action plan will be due during final exam week, and that's going to be Tuesday, May 5th at 9 o'clock. You'll also see that this week I have changed the schedule of class a little bit. We're still going to be in our window from 1:40 to 2:55, but rather than have 14 people on at the same time going through these stories and these rough drafts of the stories, I thought it would be easier to be engaged in smaller groups. So I've split you into two. The first group will start at 1:40. The second group will start at 2:10. And what we will do is have smaller groups of 6 or 7 giving and providing feedback on the stories of self. We'll have about 15 minutes in the middle where we're together, and then the initial group will be able to move on, and then the second group will continue on the call or on the Zoom, and we will do that. If that works out, we may do that mechanism again on Thursday. Most of the work that we're going to be doing in class this week has to do with the personal stories of self, with the rough drafts and the presentations on Thursday. Outside of class, one of the observations that I'll make, and this has been an ongoing thing for the last 3 weeks, is a lot of you still need to get insights and do prototype interviews with people that you don't know, that aren't part of your family. They can be peers, the folks that are working in clubs, but you need to get those done, because what I've seen and some of the feedback that I gave on the prototype worksheets and on the stories of self is that when you get down to that challenges piece, your challenge is still questions that you're looking for that you have not started to answer yet. A question that you have that's an unknown is fine. But if you don't have the prototypes, what I'm seeing is that when you get down into the choices, your choices are the actual exploration of those prototypes or that research. I'm going to look into internships. I'm going to talk to people about. Those choices need to be the results of those prototype interviews and those resources. And in the case, and I'll go back to again thanking Eric for jumping out last Thursday with his story. If you say, I'm looking at internships, we're at the point now where we need to start knowing what those internships are going to look like. Are they going to be federal internships? Are they going to be internships in a medical facility? Are they going to be internships with a law firm? And if possible, starting to identify which ones, right? The other piece, your outcome, again, if you haven't done the prototype interviews, your outcomes are what you are going to do to explore, as opposed to the choice that you're ultimately making from all of the choices that you got from the interviews that you had with the prototypes. So there's still some time to put some of those together. One other thing that I've updated is I have taken that sheet that I gave you that gives the criteria for the stories of self, and I have added the points. It's worth 15 points. Everything is worth a point except for the pieces where there are choices, prototypes, and outcomes. So you're getting points for evidence that you have actually had those and the insights that come from them. So it would just be taken again from those prototype worksheets that you've had. I'm looking forward to this week. We're going to have a chance to really dig into the stories of self. Again, if you have an issue with the schedule, you need to email me by Monday so that I can make a change and let somebody else know that we're going to switch it up. Have a good week. I'll look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.